Hi guys, welcome back to Simple Acre Homestead. We finally got a break in the rainy weather and I'm out here to work on today's small project. One of the things I love about what we've added to our homestead this year so far is our new varieties of mint. As silly as that may sound, we are so excited because we love our mint tea and we just love being able to grow things for ourselves. We have 4 new varieties and this year my favorite one is peppermint by far. So peppermint's one of your basic mints, of course, but it's also one of the most medicinal ones. And that's what I want to do today, is put it to use medicinally. So this little peppermint bush we have going here started out as 2 tiny plants from a grocery store garden center, and it's really grown quite a bit. It's taken nicely to our clay soil and it's filled out. We've already used a lot of the mint, but there's still plenty here to work with. So we're going to get to picking and then we're going to show you inside what we're going to do with it. So we just want to pick these nice solid leaves without any bites or marks in them. So this can be a slow process, but I have my wonderful helper here with me, our oldest daughter, and it is so much help to have an extra set of hands. So bright. Okay, I think what we have here is enough for our little project today. We're just going to take it in, wash it really well, and then let it dry completely before we can move on to the next step. All right, we're back in the house. We're in the kitchen and we have washed and fully dried the mint leaves. So we're ready to move on. If you haven't guessed yet, what we're doing today is making peppermint oil. So peppermint oil is great for calming, relaxation, and digestive issues. We have in the past bought little peppermint oil capsules, but I found that those contain soy oil, which is not my favorite, so we will be using avocado oil instead. All right, so the first step is to muddle the leaves, which means to break them up a little bit. We do have a mortar and pestle, but you can use a spoon, a fork, or anything. You don't want to do it too much or too hard because it'll make the leaves a little bitter in your oil, but just enough so that they release the flavor into your oil. All right, so we've got this jar about half full of peppermint leaves, and the next step, very simply, we're going to add our avocado oil. Now you can use any mild carrier oil, so avocado, coconut, olive oil, all good choices, but this is a very, very mild taste, and that's why we're choosing this. So we're just going to top it up, not to the top of the jar, but just enough to cover the leaves. And then we'll move on to the next step. So after we've covered the leaves in oil, we're just going to seal it really well. And then we're going to cover it and keep it in a warm, dark place. If you have a warm, dark place, it doesn't need to be covered, but because our warmest room is the kitchen and it's pretty bright, I am going to lay a tea towel over it and leave it covered. All right, so now we just set this aside for 2 to 3 days so that the oil can really infuse with the leaves. And that is step 1. Now we're going to do step 2, because 3 days ago we started a batch. And it has been sitting and infusing for those 3 days. Every day I've kind of just shaken it up, making sure all the leaves are covered. So for step 2, we need to remove all the leaves, make sure we get as much of that oil as possible, and do the whole process over again. I'm just going to press these leaves gently to get all of that oil. We don't want to waste any of it. All right, so we're just going to start all over again. Like I said, we're going to muddle these leaves that we had set aside for this batch and add it to the jar. And then we're going to top it up with the original oil and then top that up with some more avocado oil so that everything is covered. And this is the process you continue to do until you have as much and as strong as you want. Okay, I'm just going to add back the oil. And it looks like we didn't lose much, so that's good. I'm going to top it up a little more. Make sure everything's good and covered. And once again, fully seal it. Make sure it's in a warm, dark place and let it sit for 3 days before you start the process again. 2 to 3 days. And before you know it, you will have your peppermint oil ready to use. All right, so I'm just excited to be able to do something else on our homestead that is self-sustaining, something we can do ourselves. We grow the mint ourselves, we buy the oil, of course, but we create this new product that we don't have to buy. We don't have to get capsules. It's always on hand and we can easily make more. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe, share with your friends, and join us for the next video. And if you make it, let me know how it goes. And as always, thank you for joining me. Bye.